Maintaining your portfolio at a good rate of returns is not an easy task. One needs to be extremely skillful, know the market, and be able to work at a constant rate and dedication to be able to work in a manner that could fetch an individual a good rate of return. Well, in this video we'll be looking at a few ways that could help you grow your cryptocurrency portfolio. There are a lot of coins in the market, and with such a high number of options and coins to choose from, it becomes really hard for anyone to decide and get going with all that is available out there. We will be dealing with these important elements when it comes to investing. So make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, and let us know what you feel about them in the comment section. Being an investor is not easy, especially with so many other options available out there. You just need to know what makes sense and what does not. You need to be aware of the kind of investments you make and their effect on your life in the future. Always keep in mind that you need to ensure that you have a good margin allocated for you. Not having the margin is one of the greatest mistakes you could ever make. That's not all though. You have a lot of other things to keep in mind. Even though cryptocurrencies often promise a better return in comparison to any other forms of investments, the chances are that if you invest in the wrong manner, you will also have to go through the high degree of volatility that this investment type provides. So, one of the most important things here is to ensure that you have a good system, and that your investments are always working to bring positive returns for you. Now, of course, small losses are always the ones you must expect, and there is no way you will start earning good amounts without making a few losses along the way. So, the best way out of such a situation is to have investments spread out in various places. You should keep the riskiest asset to the minimum. This way you'll be able to make it up for losses you make through the other assets that you have. One may choose to invest in gold or fixed deposits to keep their investments safe. This is a very good way to ensure that you always have a good amount with you, while they constantly keep increasing in value over a long time. Even though there will not be an absolute return in a short period of time, one may always make use of the flexibility and safety it provides. So, speaking of cryptocurrencies specifically, understand that Bitcoin is the king. Irrespective of what you believe or not, Bitcoin has a lot of important signs that suggest that this will be the best cryptocurrency in the market for a long time. Even as there are so many other options, this one has over 43% of the total market cap for itself. The price actions are therefore heavily influenced by this cryptocurrency. With so much reliance on this platform, the best way out will be to ensure that of the total investment you make in cryptocurrency, allocate at the very least 60% into Bitcoin. This cryptocurrency will help you keep your money safer than the others. In most cases, the investment often leads to positive returns, assuming that you step into it at the right time after conducting good research. There are very few cryptocurrencies with such benefits, and we'll be dealing with them throughout this video. Apart from Bitcoin, if you're looking for another comparatively safer cryptocurrency to invest in, the first name that comes to our mind is Ethereum. Ethereum uses a very good technology, and especially with its smart contract abilities. It has been able to increase its use cases substantially. Now, if we were to compare it to the risk-adjusted returns of Bitcoin, we think that if Bitcoin is at 75%, Ethereum will be at 25%. So, both these cryptocurrencies have a very good way of treating you back if you invest in the right manner. There are a lot of things going on in the market that will have an effect on them, and there is a significant amount of volatility involved as well. However, the difference here is that you will always get reliability better here in comparison to any other cryptocurrencies in the market. Bitcoin and Ethereum are one, and two for a really good reason: community support. If you look at the bigger picture, you will see that the crypto market has grown over the $2 trillion mark and still has a long way to go. There are a lot of use cases, a lot of ways to make things work, and more importantly, a significantly higher number of people who trust the system. This is what makes things really interesting for us as investors. We will then need to conduct good research and consider all possible circumstances or situations that could either push the prices down or up in any manner. From all that we are seeing around us, we can be sure that this is not going away anytime soon. Even though we have started seeing a longer time being taken for a 10 times increase in prices, even in the case of Bitcoin, it just does not look like there will be a time when it just fades away forever. Bitcoin is a maturing asset. If you look at the graph, you'll notice that the prices are still climbing slowly in the long term. Bitcoin still has lost not that spark that was created in the minds of the people years ago when it was launched. Now, if you intend to make a huge profit out of it, you either need to be one among the first, one of the smarter ones, or one of the cheats. In our case, we're somewhere in the middle in all three aspects. What do we do now? As a matter of fact, we think that we may even be late, considering the kind of market cap the system has already generated. It means that this much money is already in the system, and it belongs to people throughout the world. Speculative investing is very risky. One needs to be aware of all the important news taking place worldwide to be able to make full use of all of this news being spread all across the world. Never fall into a crypto trap. Do not buy the coins that have no real value to them. Now, yeah, we know that there is no value to cryptocurrency as such. The community creates the value. However, certain cryptocurrencies are not just worth your time as they don't have the kind of use cases that will make them the ones that will be used and loved by the community in the long run. So stay away from them and make sure you don't fall into this trap. We can say for sure that approximately 99% of these cryptocurrencies out there today are just there with no real scope for them to grow. A lot of them may be scams, a few just for fun and things like that. They may not be there with serious intentions of development. Scams are the #1 reason why a lot of people make huge losses. These scams are as big as millions of dollars, and losing that kind of money is no joke. Even though a lot of platforms and cryptocurrencies try to compensate the ones who lost their coins due to weak security and hacks, this may not be the case when it comes to these non-serious cryptocurrencies out there. Don't rely on any one of the cryptocurrencies out there. We would also not prefer to only rely on Bitcoin for that matter of concern. This is because all of these cryptocurrencies have their peak and low times. In most cases, as Bitcoin rises, altcoin falls and vice versa. So if you have invested in a good altcoin, even when Bitcoin falls, you may make huge profits. If you keep relying on the entire system to work together, you may lose out on a lot of profits, which will certainly affect your portfolio. This also applies to the exchange platforms you use. In case Binance servers fail and get blocked for some reason, you must not be in a situation where you cannot make any forms of investments. This will happen if you make all your investments through a single platform, so always make sure you don't fall for this trap as well. While we say that, always also keep an eye out for the new regulations in your country, as a few of them may get banned at different times. Finally, make sure that you know the money you have and the profits you have made. In other words, keep a good track of money. Think of the ways in which your choices may fail and think of the possible fixes to them. Always ensure that you have a good understanding of your money at all times. This will help you develop your portfolio really well. So that's all for today. We'll get back to you with another video. Until we meet again, continue hitting the like button for all our videos. Subscribe to this channel and also let us know what you feel must be the best way to invest. Until then, goodbye.